Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And let's see how this goes. We come up here, Golbez, Fusoya. And we get, well, this is another automated battle. Now, when I saw Golbez's character here, and I saw what he starts doing, you know, I just wanted to have a team with Golbez and Fusoya on it as a kid. That was like my dream. Of course, that doesn't actually happen. So yeah, Fusoya is going to cast White Magic that won't do much until he casts Holy, and Golbez is going to start casting, you know, powerful Black Magic spells. Now, in the Super NES version, all of these attacks were doing like 1,000 damage or less. I'm pretty sure. It wasn't doing too much to Zemus here. But then they do this double meteor. I just thought that was the coolest thing, and then this happens to Zemus. The body dies, but the spirit lives on. And Zemus is defeated. Oh, well, final boss is dead. That works for us. We did it. You have much strength. It's a shame Zemus had control of your powers. Woohoo! And we're here! Yay, victory music! All of you have come. You did it. I guess you didn't need us. Cecil. Cecil? Zemus is moving. Turn around. Do you not notice the darkness? Do something. We are evil. We are the hatred of Zemus. We are Zeramus. We loathe all. Well, this isn't good. His death caused him to double his power? We've intensified his evil. Zemus, no. Now you are Zeramus. This time, I will see to it that you are completely destroyed. And of course, we get the more epic, it's time for you to disappear. We get the more epic boss fight music. And there's Zeramus. I'm not sure what that looks like, but that looks kind of freaky. He just absorbed meteor. This is not good. I remember the first time I saw this as a kid, and I'm just like, what? Meteor healed him? That's crazy. So then Golbez tries to use this crystal that he has. Does kind of a blue flare attack. And now Zeramus is going to respond with his own meteor. And now we have to deal with that thing. Suffer. Die. Our hatred will continue until all is destroyed. It is your turn. Come, join us in hell. But we're kind of wiped out as well. So everyone back at the tower. Elder. Cecil and the others are in danger. So I see. Now is the time to pray for them. Pray for them and this earth. Palum Porum, we must pray hard to send our prayers to Cecil. Cecil. Is that all you have, Cecil? We all believe in you. Please return to us safely. Do it for this land. We are supporting you. We will pray as well. Because they're just here for symmetry purposes. Come on! Sir Cecil, everyone. Moon, I call out to you. Please accept our prayers. And so we're going to get right into this scene. Golbez, you must use this. Hey, we got the crystal. Zeramus, I can't lose, I just can't. I remember one time I received the crystal, but my inventory was full, so I actually had to throw out an item. And it's kind of embarrassing to have to do that at the end here. Yeah, so all these people are going to show up. Tella shows up. They're restoring us back to full health. Their text is going so fast I can't read it. In the and there's Fusoya and Golbez as well. So what you have to do to start the final battle, Zeramus will just kind of sit here and shake until then, is you have to be Cecil and then use the crystal item. Here we go. And then he's dead. No, he's not. You know he's not. Zeramus reveals his true self. And this is the final boss. Now, if you use black magic on him, I'm pretty sure he will counter with a flare. We don't want that. I guess for the moment I'll slow him down because he hasn't attacked us yet. I just don't want Rosa to do nothing. Holy is not a bad spell to use on him. Oh, yeah. He counters with flare. Why? This is not how I wanted to start this battle. Let's see. Do I have... I have an X potion. Yeah, do not use magic on Zeramus. Mega Flare, though, that's okay. And we have some pretty epic final boss music. Yeah, he'll respond to, or he'll counter that with Bio. That's not as bad. But I do need to put a cure on Rosa. When he starts shaking, that's the indication he's going for his signature attack, which he will use a lot of, the Big Bang attack. I expect Edward to not survive this. Yeah, that really hurts. That's why I was thinking I might be underleveled for this, but with those three able to live, we might be able to pull this off. Another reason to not really use status effects and such on him. He's going to do the Big Bang again. Come on, Big Bang. Yeah, Edward and Rydia just do not have the HP to survive this. We're not gonna waste our time reviving him, either of them, just because he's gonna do Big Bang so much. All right, once in a while he'll do Black Hole. That will nullify all. It says it nullifies all magic, so any sort of stat buffs or debuffs on either side will be all canceled out. And we're going to do this again. I'm going to try a Curaga here. We've only got the 3. Let's see how this does. His Big Bangs, as you can see, they're getting a little bit weaker over time. So yeah, the more damage you do to him, the weaker his Big Bangs will get. He's going to use Bio. That's not what I want you to do. Black Hole, you can do Black Hole all you want. It's literally doing nothing at this point. Pretty soon his Big Bangs might get weak enough where we can... well, there's Big Bang. I don't think this will be too bad. Yeah, that was still kind of bad. I also like the looks of this guy. He reminds me, with the blue orbs, he reminds me of like a Gradius boss. I might actually... we're gonna wait for the Big Bang. I'm gonna do the Kiraja this time, just because Sid needs some more health. So yeah, as a kid, I got stuck on this boss for a while. Ah, that's bad. That was not supposed to happen. We don't kill Rosa. What's wrong with you? We don't kill Cecil either. That's going to kill him. Yeah, that's very much going to kill him. Yeah, you definitely need to be using Kiraja here. There we go. I don't know if it's worth it to go for a full life. Because a lot of times what happens is, yeah, Big Bang's coming. Wonder if you can just defend against it. With some finesse, you might be able to jump with Kane, have him in the air during a Big Bang, or have Edward run and hide. Oh, she actually survived. Probably because of the defending. We'll see if that trend can continue here. Let's try and get another Bahamut summon off. Edward, you can just keep napping. Bad things are coming. Well, we're gonna see real quick here. Oh, we got a Mega Flare. In that case, Rose is getting low on magic too. He's gonna bio everyone. Rydia's not gonna survive a Big Bang after that. Depends on if... okay, we are gonna get this Kiraja off. I just didn't know if I was gonna get that off before he does Big Bang again or not. And I didn't want to wait for him to do that after he used bio. Yeah, Rydia's gone again. Like I said, we're probably not going to keep Rydia alive. That's okay, though. What's not okay is Rose's decreasing magic. We're going to have to use something on for that soon. That's also not okay. I'm going to... actually, we're going to use a dry ether on Rosa. You're going to cure Sid so we can survive the next Big Bang. That might give him enough to survive the next Big Bang. Now we can. He's still not full on health after that, by the way. Yep, he's gonna go for it. Yeah, when he starts to shake like that, he'll do the Big Bang. It's kind of a neat little attack. I like how the background will shift to going backwards during the attack. So very neat touch. Very cool music. I know I've said this before, but I just enjoy it. Alright, we're going for another Big Bang? Sure, why not? Ouch. I don't know if he's really close yet or not. Oh, when he starts casting Meteor, yeah, he's pretty close. And that wasn't all that strong. Okay, let's bring somebody back. It's ridiculously expensive to bring somebody back. So yeah, it looks like it's hitting everybody, but it doesn't necessarily do that. Well, this is going to be the last Curaja until I use a dry ether on Rosa. That's probably the most dangerous part about this, is running out of magic for your white mage. This Mega Flare might actually finish him. Nope, not quite. Seriously, Edward can survive this. Come on back. Oh, bye, Edward. Wasn't what I had in mind. I'll just use Curaga, because these meteors aren't hurting too badly. Alright, this might be the final blow. It'd be really cool if Bahamut ends up being the final blow. Yes! I love that touch. And, yeah, he also has an epic sort of death sequence, too. We cannot perish as long as evil exists in the hearts of the living. Grah! Well done. You hold much more power than I had expected. The race of the blue planet may have already evolved past us Lunarians. Our belief led us to victory. But Ceramus's last words: as long as evil exists, true evil will never die. Every living creature has at least a touch of evil in its heart, along with goodness. It is as sure as there is light and darkness, the overworld and the underworld. However, goodness exists because evil exists. It is that goodness which you hold which destroyed Seamus. No, I didn't do all that much. Really? You're the one that was surviving the Big Bang attacks. Edward's the one who didn't do much. It's all thanks to the summoned beasts. I'll give you that one, Rydia. We must thank the dwarves. Well, it is time for me to return to my home. What about everyone else? We will return home as well. Yes, there are people worried about us. I see. I'm glad you have such wonderful friends. I look forward to the day we meet again. May I... may I come along too? You wish to come? Yes. I cannot return home after all I've done. I would very much like to meet my father's people as well. Ah, yes, Lunarian blood flows in your veins. Very well. Come along. But you must be ready for a long, long sleep. Yes, thank you. You sounded very worried when you called my name. Does that mean you've forgiven me? How foolish of me, of course not. After all I've done. We are off to spend many years in slumber. We pray that the blue planet will be peaceful for a long, long time. Come. Yes. Cecil? Are you going to let him go? He's your brother. Goodbye, everyone. Cecil! Goodbye. Goodbye, my brother. Thank you. Cecil. And now it's time for a very long ending sequence. Yeah, they're going to go over the legend again. There's, like I said, very, very long ending sequence. So if you want to cut off now, you may do that. I'm just going to give my final thoughts about the game and ramble about some other stuff. But thank you for joining me on this. We're going to put this game to bed. And so I'll throw that line out there now for those of you who are leaving. I'll say it again for those of you who are not quite ready for that. So yeah, Final Fantasy IV, one of my favorite RPGs of all time, my favorite Final Fantasy of all time. You know, I don't get tired of coming back to this game, you know, year after year. It's my favorite Final Fantasy to come back to, one of my favorite RPGs to come back to, and it's just an enjoyable experience. You've got the characters with their set classes and everything, so you have, you don't have to worry about a whole lot of stuff in the menu other than just equipping weapons and armor and healing, and so that keeps the action focused on, you know, exploring through the dungeons and the battling and the story. And I liked how the characters kept swapping in and out of our party over time. We're going to get some scenes here showing what everybody's up to. We've got Palom and Porum. Palom, of course, just goofing about, telling his stories about going to Mount Ordeals with Cecil. And we get a nice, slightly different tune for this ending sequence too. But there's some nice familiarity here as well with the music. So yeah, the music, I really enjoyed the boss battle music, both that and the Elemental Lord boss fight music. That's usually about all it takes for me to enjoy the music of an RPG. Just make the boss fight music good. Make it catchy, make it sound like, you know, we're battling something challenging, and have some sort of like upbeatness to it to kind of get me pumped for that battle. And I feel the Final Fantasy IV boss fight musics, they did just that, especially the ending battle as well. And you know, most of the Final Fantasy series has good boss fight music. I'm not going to try and rank one over another. I think Final Fantasy V's boss fight music might be my favorite. Again, depending on the day of the week. And so we just have what everybody is up to. There's Rydia back in the Land of Summons. The text is going pretty quickly in this, so I'm not going to try and read this. It's going on its own. So yeah, other RPGs, I do have plans to do more. So if you liked this series, if you liked this adventure, this game, you want to see more RPGs, let me know in the comments section. Some other plans I have. I do have plans for one more RPG. It's probably not anything anyone's going to guess. So we'll see how that goes. If that goes well, there might be another one related to that. It'll make sense next time when you start seeing that. But yeah, as of this point, I have completely recorded this game before uploading a single part of it. So I don't know how long it's going to be until you actually see this part. So I'll probably have the next RPG fully recorded by then. But hopefully I can get some feedback on if you like these RPG playthroughs, if you want to see more of that. So some other things that I could do Final Fantasy V and 6 if you'd like. Oh, bonus content for this. I talk about that. Well, let's talk about the other games. Final Fantasy V and 6, I could do those. For 6, I could even do something like, I don't remember if I mentioned this or not, but one of the things I didn't like about 6 was how every character can learn every spell due to the Esper system. But I could do something along the lines of, like, certain characters are only allowed to have certain spells or learn certain spells, or get certain espers, which will give you those spells. And then I could make a couple characters like Terra and Celeste be like the sages, since they're the magic-oriented characters in the game, and allow them to learn all the spells. I believe I tried something like that once before, but I didn't have like a real plan to the whole thing. And I was just kind of like, oh, well, this character doesn't know Cure. Let's give him the Esper to learn Cure. Oh, this character doesn't know Cure. Let's give him the Esper. And I kind of did that with everyone, and by the time I realized it, I was like, oh, well, I kind of defeated the whole purpose of splitting things up like that. Oh, let's just do whatever. So, yeah, maybe I could try something different like that. Other RPGs I was considering, like the Dragon Quest, or as it was originally known here in the United States, is Dragon Warrior, due to some copyright issues that were on the Dragon Quest name back in the 80s when they first brought Dragon Warrior over to the US. So there's that we could do. We could do Dragon Warrior 1 and 2. I enjoy those games. They're kind of short. It's short for RPGs. Hey, there's Kane without his helmet on. That's rare, but he still has it in his talking sequence. Yeah, I can't talk that fast. I can't read it. Well, maybe I can, but I'm not going to attempt that. So yeah, I might actually enjoy Final Fantasy VI even more if I did something that way, but I'd have to have things like very specific and laid out, and it would be something probably different than anything that you see on any other channel that's done a Let's Play of Final Fantasy VI. For this game, bonus dungeon. So, after we get through this long ending sequence, we're going to get a message saying that this Lunar Ruins has opened up on the moon. That's the name of this 50-floor bonus dungeon. And basically every 5 floors there's a trial for a particular character. The twins will obviously share the same trial, so you'd have to have both of them in to do their trial. And basically you just kind of go through a trial or event that kind of matches with that particular character's personality or something. For instance, Yang, he will train with a bunch of monks. You'll battle a bunch of monks, and then at the end of each trial, you'll get that particular character's ultimate weapon, and you will. This is Cecil and Rose's wedding, by the way. And then you'll battle a lunar version of one of the summon monsters, and the summon monster that you fight will have some sort of connection either within the lore or something that kind of makes sense with that. So using Yang's example, he fights the Lunar Titan. Rydia will fight the Lunar Mist Dragon. And they're all kind of like supercharged boss battles. Some of them might be a little bit looser on the connections than others, but yeah, Cecil will end up fighting Lunar Odin. Kind of makes sense because you know, Odin was here at Baron Castle, and you had that sort of connection there. The other floors that you go through, some of them, I'm going to say they're semi-random. There's different layouts of different like caves that are kind of new to it. You'll fight enemies that are old, that are new. You'll really boost up in the levels that you get. But some of the floors are just kind of... Some of them can be kind of mini-game-ish. Like there's one that's like a counting mini-game. And if you do it right, you'll get a Mega Elixir. They toss Mega Elixirs around there like candy. There's also like a town you can find that you can spend all of your money at. And I'm quite serious about that. Even all of the hundreds and thousands that we stocked up on in the final dungeon. I don't know what our final total was at. But yeah, you'll spend hundreds and thousands of gil on a piece of equipment at this particular town. I think you can also buy elixirs and mega elixirs there, which those are also insanely expensive. And we see all the characters kind of rejoining here for Cecil and Rose's wedding. And yeah, so there's that. Some other floors are kind of... Some floors will kind of like force you to go through some battles in order to progress. The first time you go through it, you know, it's okay. You have to go through it 3 times in order to complete all of the trials. And then at the end of all the trials, once you complete all the trials, you can fight the super bonus boss. I'll go ahead and spoil it. It's Zeramus EG, or it's EG or EZ, something like that. Basically just another like supercharged version of Zeramus. But by the time you get all the levels, he's not that big of a deal. Yeah, another thing is, though, to unlock the ability to use the trials, you have to beat the regular Zeramus. So we'd have to go through the final dungeon again with the other characters that we didn't use. So we'll have to use, like, we'll swap everyone that we had out. We'll bring in Yang, Edge, Kane, and Porum. You only have to have one of the twins in order to unlock the twins trial in the Lunar Ruins. So, yeah, kind of nice that you don't have to battle Zeramus 3 times. You only have to do it twice to unlock all the trials. Some of the other floors in there, they're just kind of like weird floors. There's one that's like a kind of a mazy area. There's no enemies to battle, and you have to hit all of the... you talk to a guy in the center, and he gives you, like, the password is a bunch of numbers, like 1 through 9. Then you have to run around and step on the buttons that have the numbers that correspond with the order that he's telling you. and there's no battles in that. It's just kind of like a time waster. So there's floors like that. Some of them go by quickly, some of them not so quickly, and like I said, you have to go through the ruins at least 3 times in order to get everyone's trial completed. For completing the trial and doing it correctly, there's some trials where you have to do like certain things or accomplish certain things in order to get the best treasure from it. Is you'll get everyone's ultimate weapon, and you'll also find everyone's ultimate armor scattered throughout there as well. There's another like bonus dragon boss that's kind of challenging to deal with, because what he'll do is he has like the ability to do like anything he wants pretty much, and you get partway through the battle, he'll start counting down like the mega flare, and if you already entered in like some sort of attack commands that you're still waiting to go off when he starts the countdown, then he'll stop the countdown and just get into a mode where he counterattacks anything you do with Globe 99, which will just auto-kill anyone, and I don't think there's a way to protect from that in this game. I could be wrong on that, but yeah. I'm pretty sure there's not. So you can deal with that. There's a pretty easy way to kill him too. It involves a little bit of luck. It involves Kane's ultimate weapon, the Able Lance, because what that does is it will let you, it will randomly cast Tornado on an enemy when you hit him with it, and the dragon is not immune to that particular tornado ability. So that is kind of the end of it. If you want to see me go through, the final boss with the other characters again, and then all of the lunar runes, I'd say, I don't know how many parts it would be with the time that we typically have. I know those parts going over because the ending credits are long, but it would probably be, I would guess, around 10 to 15 more parts at the very least, maybe a bit more than that. And I'm not too sure if that's something that would be super interesting to see as far as like this sort of format goes. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section. I know I'll record some other stuff, but I can come back to this and do the lunar ruins if that's something you guys really want to see. If not, well then this is where this playthrough is going to end, and we're going to put Final Fantasy IV to bed. And this has been Late Night Mega. Good night, everyone.